Talon overworld.
Hello everybody, my name is Frigid Hyperion and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered! In the last part of this journey of this game, we defeated the Omega Pirate and gained the Phazon suit, which basically gives us immunity from all Phazon. We also went around the entirety of Talon 4 to get the rest of our scannables, the rest of our upgrades, and the rest of the Chozo Artifacts. It is now time to go to the Artifact Temple and deliver the last of the artifacts to their totems, and we'll get access to the Impact Crater, the core of this corruption that's impacting Talon 4. Of course, we can't go into Impact Crater quite yet. Not without a visit from our friend Ridley. Looks so good in this game. This is one of the best boss fights, I think, period, that I've ever played. We have Meta Ridley, genetically enhanced Ridley Metaform. Reborn and evolved through pyrotechnology, Meta Ridley is a fearsome enforcer. His armored hide is extremely resilient, save for the chest, which has thinner plating. The pirates have fused a number of potent weapons to the creature, including a multi-missile system, a kinetic breath weapon, a Meson bomb launcher, and an ultra-thermal flame strike projector. Meta Ridley is also a formidable melee combatant, making any sort of engagement a risky proposition. The game is going to have us lock onto his chest. That's where he's most vulnerable. There are a couple of strategies you can do with this fight. You can blast the totem. I know one thing you can do to kind of make things a little bit quicker on the recoil from Super Missile is switch to Scan Visor, which if I can get out of my habits of just kind of letting it ride, I'll try and demonstrate that. Otherwise, you can just continue blasting him with the Plasma Beam, which typically works pretty damn well. Ow. But during this first phase, I like to bombard him with super missiles. Oh! Until he lands, of course! Whoa! Alright, he's gonna do this for a little bit. I was not prepared for him to land. Ow! I don't know why he's giving me power bombs. Also, another thing I'd like to do if I had the original version with this fight is that when he lands, like during this phase, when he lands, you can boost fall into his feet and it will take out like 3/4 of his health and automatically transition into the next phase. Kind of like what I'm doing here. Here he comes again. Oops, shit. Ow. Come on. Ow. Come on, Ridley. Don't think I can hit him from here, but I'm gonna try anyway. Didn't think so. Right now. Ah, too far out. Ow. And after a while, you'll see that his wings start to burn, and here is the second phase. And then typically during the original version of this game, you can wave bust him to death from here, as it'll lock him in a cycle of stunning him and damaging him when he's able to be damaged. But they took that out in this game, because that's a little broken. This attack is annoying, the one where he jumps up and down. Whenever you see his mouth open is when you want to shoot him. It does, you are able to shoot him when he opens his mouth for only a brief moment. For attacks such as to jump up and also the dash attack there. You just want to make sure you have the timing down, otherwise you're going to miss him. Almost done. Just a little more, and done. That looks rather painful. That looks even more painful. Even though all of the totems have been destroyed, the Chozo spirits are still here, and they're going to give us entry into the impact crater anyway. At this point, if there's anything else you need to do, I would recommend doing it. You are able to come back up from the impact crater, but it's a lot of work to go to wherever you need to get the last upgrade. But I have everything that I need, so let's head in. The impact crater. I'm going to go ahead and save over here. All the doors in the impact crater are only openable with the plasma beam. We have what? Ooh, we have this. I always love scanning this stuff. Limited data on unknown material available. Material is highly radioactive. You will take damage from direct contact. Mutagenic qualities at least 86% greater than Phazon. Unshielded bioforms below index level P will suffer fatality within moments. This is an interesting substance. I'll talk about that after this scan. Morphology, Lumigek, Phazon-charged reptiles. Natives of Talon 4, the Lumigek travel in swarms to increase their odds of survival. They absorb and radiate Phazon energy, making these swarms a threat. So this red Phazon that you see outside of this game, it's never seen. It was never reused in any other Metroid Prime game, which makes me question why they put it in. Anyway, you're going to be ready. You got to be ready to run through this room. In this room are fission Metroids and a lot of platforms to jump through. And they will charge at you, and they will be relentless. In the original game, released for North America, and I think Japan as well, they had it where fission Metroids were only scannable in that room. Future versions of the game would have fission Metroids available after you defeat the Omega Pirate within the Phazon Mines. I don't know why they included it that way. Maybe just to have more availability for the scan instead of having to scan them and deal with them while trying to platform through here. It kind of makes sense. Ah, shit. What the hell? What was that about? I couldn't move for a second. Oh well. Metroid's dead. We'll go through this tunnel here. You don't have to grab onto these spider ball tracks. You can just kind of go through the pit and jump up there, but you're going to take quite a bit of damage if you do that. But it's up to you. This is the creature that the pirates have scanned. The one that has gestated with Phazon energy within the core, that was sealed by the artifact temple. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Metroid Prime. Morphology Metroid Prime, highly evolved Phazon-producing lifeform. The aberration, known as Metroid Prime, is the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommend maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. The best way to deal with Metroid Prime is to spam it with missiles. In normal mode, you really only have to do like a super missile once on the power mode. On wave mode, hold it until for like now. Like the wave buster is very useful in this scenario when it's vulnerable to wave beam. After it takes enough damage in one area, it's going to tunnel down to the next area. Okay. Ice Beam is really hard to hit against Metroid Prime because it's so slow and it's only a single shot. The Ice Spreader helps a lot in that regard because so long as you get up close and personal with it and you wait until he's sitting still, you're going to be able to hit him and it'll stun him for a few seconds. Oh no. Oh god! How did I dodge that? That was awesome! Go down to 170. And he's gonna tunnel again. When he shoots that green beam at you to snare you, you want to turn, roll into Morphball and get out of the way. And Boost Ball out of the way, I should say. Otherwise, he's going to draw you close to him. And he's going to hit you really hard. Then those things are the wave projectors. The particle wave projectors that the scan was talking about. He sends those out when you get low on missiles. Or, you know, you, like the game knows you could use collectibles, so it's like, here, I'm going to give you these. Just continue to dump missiles into him when you can, and this fight tends to be pretty quick. Whoa. Wow, again? You're really loving that one this time around, huh? Alright, come on. It's easy to tell what beam he's going to switch to next. It depends on his phase. The first room that you fight him in, he is going to have power and wave. So if he does one, he's going to do the other one second. Then he's going to have... The second room's going to have power, wave, and ice. At least one of each, so you can kind of deduce from there. The third room, this room is going to have power, wave, ice, and plasma, one of each. And then the last room, he's going to switch wildly between the 4 modes. And he will do it at will. With no warning. Whoop! And he's also giving less warnings when he's doing his charge. He'll also do his charge when, you know, without having damaged him significantly. He'll just kind of do that on the whim, but I haven't seen that as much in this version. So I don't know if they toned down the RNG on that or not. I recommend getting rid of the particle waves right away. One, that gives you missiles or power bombs or health or whatever the hell you need. And two, if you let them go for too long, they will become a massive problem, as they'll continue to chase you down. And if they hit you, they will have a secondary effect as well as damage. Plasma will have an incendiary effect. You'll be on fire for a short time. Wave, you're going to lose visor function. Ow! Wave, you're going to lose visor function for a few seconds. Oh, God. Ice, you're going to be frozen for a few seconds, and power has no secondary effect at all. He will sometimes do the particle waves when they're right behind him, and then he will charge at you, making it very difficult to contend with them. Metroid Prime is putting on a show for me today. He really wants to throw me off. Let's see what he does next. Power beam. Whoop! Nice try. And same go for his breath weapons as well. If they hit you... If his breath weapons hit you, they're going to do the same things as well. Freeze, lose visor functionality, burn you. Down he goes. He looks pretty weak, pretty wounded there. But we're not done yet. That is the true form of Metroid Prime. This is the final boss. Metroid Prime, the core essence of Metroid Prime. Scans indicate that the phase-on energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a phase-on infused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of phase-on when it attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's phase-on weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist it in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. Not completely invisible. Oh god. It will switch what visor you can see it with. And then we'll switch it between the combat visor, the X-ray visor, and then the thermal visor in that order in a cycle. So now it's switching to X-ray. And you can come over here and shoot it before it has a chance to do that wave attack. And we've already taken out a good chunk of its health. It doesn't have to generate pools of phase on to switch visors, though. It can do that at will. There we go. Where? Oh god, I'm right below it. Enough of my babbling. I actually need to switch visors the way I have to with this fight. This fight is a lot of the same. It'll kind of go back and forth. Generate those waves, generate a pool of phase-on and spawn Metroids, and switch visors. It's a noteworthy fight, but unfortunately it's very repetitive. On hard mode, it gets to be a little bit more like tiresome, but on normal mode, the health bar is pretty well justified. It's a almost disappointingly quick boss fight, but there have been times where I've done this fight and it has actually dragged on for a very long time. Just kind of switching visors for no reason, not generating any phase on. Just continuously doing... Ow! Yeah. There we go. It looks like they've reduced that annoyance by quite a bit in the future releases of the game, which is great. I wouldn't mind a little bit of repetitiveness, but... Or, you know, the switching of visors, but... You know, this way the speed runs are a little bit more cohesive, a little bit more, a little bit less based on RNG at the end of the day. We've almost defeated this thing. And now that the fish and Metroids are out now when he spawns them, we don't have to worry about the ice beam anymore. We'll just power bomb them. That deals with them pretty damn quick. like that. Ouch. Oh, that arm cannon looks so cool after you've infused it with Phazon. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. There is no escape sequence for this, which I think would have been cool if they did that, but understandably so. It would have just been us leaving the plant or leaving the impact crater.
The Chozo's faith in Samus has been well rewarded, and now a new star shines in the universe. The bounty hunter, Samus Aran. What future and fate await her?
And that's the end of Metroid Prime. We'll let the credits roll. I can't fast forward through them, but that's okay. Give the developers their due credit for such an amazing game. I never really understood what that, like, after you defeat the core version of Metroid Prime, what, like, it's supposed to be. A lot of people say it's a brain. To me, it kind of looks like a heart. For a lot of people who have played and like delved into the lore of this game and of this trilogy, they know exactly what that is. I'm not going to go through and explain what Metroid Prime is, because it would ruin for a lot of people who haven't played it. I recommend going and playing Metroid Prime for yourself. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It's all a great trilogy. And a lot of people have been looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. I've been looking forward to Metroid Prime 4 whenever it does come out. Which, with this coming out, they must be getting ready to release it soon. Because they released this, and depending on if they've remastered 2 and 3, if they have remastered both of those, I imagine they're going to release them separately. If they haven't remastered them, I imagine they'll probably update the graphics and all that, and then release them together. But and then probably somewhere in between now and releasing the third game, whenever that is, they'll probably announce Metroid Prime 4. Or at least give a trailer for Metroid Prime 4. Either that, or I'm completely wrong and they're only halfway through, completing the game. Which, if that's the case, that's perfectly fine. I I'd rather them do a great job on it than, you know, do a poor job on it and rush it. But yeah. I can go in circles and talk about my own theories and stuff like that for a long time. I'm gonna try not to do that. Let's see. There are some things that you can do to break this game in terms of, like, skipping the sequence in which you're supposed to get items. I know in the past, like the original release of this game, people have been able to jump off of the ship right away to get the space jump boots and kind of break it further from there. You can still apparently do that with some other trick that I haven't looked at. And I don't plan on showing those tricks off at all. I'm not a dedicated speedrunner. I have done one sequence break, and that's before you fight Flagra in the Chozo Ruins. You get all the energy tanks that you can, and you run through Magmoor Caverns from Talon Overworlds, and you go over to the original the first Phendrana Drifts elevator. That's right in front of the Ice Temple. It is a very, very hard run. There are, what do you say? What do you... There are ways you can get through that easier. It's easier to get the space jump boots first, and then do that as you can sideways, as you can scan dash or target dash really quickly across pools of lava. And if you make your way through Magmoor Caverns and get to Phendrana Drifts that way, you can further, like the game is confused in terms of, like, what it's supposed to render for Spider Ball and for the Gravity suit and the Phazon suit. It's confused on when you obtain the Gravity suit, it will still give you warnings of where the heat is, like when you're about to enter a superheated area, but you won't take damage when you enter those areas. It's really weird. And it's especially weird if you go and grab that Chozo artifact before fighting Flagra, because you won't be able to defeat him at all after that, and you have to jump up on the roots of the flower to even have a shot at grabbing the artifact, which is really funny. Like, things get weird when you do it that way, but again, I'm not going to show that off just because it would take quite a while to get back, like quite a while to not only set it up but also to attempt it multiple times. If you want to do it yourself, go find a copy of the game, whether it be the remastered version or the original, the original version for the GameCube or the trilogy version. But otherwise, that's the end of the game. Mission final, 100% completion, 100% scans, and 5:58 total time. And then here is the secret ending for getting 100% completion. little gross. Very interesting. I will save. That is the end of my playthrough of Metroid Prime Remastered. Thank you all so much for watching. How long has my camera been off? God damn it. Give me one moment. There we go. Hopefully my camera hasn't been off for very long, but if it was, I apologize. My face isn't the most important part of this video, but otherwise, thank you so much for watching. This will be the end of my playthrough of Metroid Prime Remastered going on YouTube. Like I said, in the future, I plan on playing 2 and 3 for stream and recording. So stay tuned for that. I'll be doing something else in the near future soon. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment down below with anything that you want to add, criticisms, anything really you want to put in. Subscribe if you want to see more videos that I put out. I'm going to be doing, coming up this Monday, I'm going to be returning to Wildmount, Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm very much looking forward to that. If you want to see me live, go over to twitch.tv/RichardHyperion. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Come watch me play live. I'm always happy to chat with anyone that wants to, you know, talk and chat with me, so. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. I hope you all have a lovely day.